Hello and welcome to American National Government. I'm Jonathan Parker. I will be your instructor for the course. So here is the link to the syllabus, right under syllabus, with some other information we'll come back to. I try not to make this a really long talk. I know this is just riveting stuff, but we need to cover the rules and expectations of the class. My email. Best way to get in contact with me, my email. Just make sure you don't fall victim to what seems to be a problem for a lot of people lately. Misspelling my name. I get John, Jonathon, all sorts of things. Parker is not a problem. But I can't respond to emails that I never receive. So if you're not hearing from me, check that you actually sent an email to me. There was another Jonathan Parker when I first started. He was a police officer, if I recall, with campus police. And yeah, he got a few of my emails as well. My office is room 216C in the academic building. I share that with others. One very nice lady regularly. Other people are just kind of in and out. I think they work mostly online. Office hours, Monday through Thursday. It's just an hour. I stay an hour after the end of each class that I teach. So I have one class on Monday, Wednesday. It ends at 11:45. I'm there till 12:45. Tuesday, I end at 1:15. I'm there till 2:15, and Thursday also. Other office hours by appointment only. I'm more than willing to hold office hours outside of a physical location and at another time if you and I can come to some agreement. I mean, this job is not the only thing I do. We'll have to coordinate. But if I can help you, if I can make something happen, I will. I'm here to help you succeed. I don't have a problem talking on Zoom, Skype. I would even be willing to FaceTime if that was something that was suitable for you, and we could find a mutually agreeable time to make that happen. But I'll just stress this. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns during the semester, please reach out. Remember, teachers cannot read minds. I'm a lot of things, and I've learned a lot of things since starting at ICC, but a psychic I ain't. So reach out if you need help. Please reach out. I won't know. In a physical class, I can sometimes have a guess by the look on your faces, but in this format, I have no clue. I'm available by email. As I said, that's the best way to get in contact with me. I'll get back to you within a business day. Maybe a smidgen longer sometimes, but it's pretty on the money that you'll get an email back within the day. So I won't bore you with the modality description, the course description, the general information, the course level. The book is free. That's right. It's an open educational resource, completely free. It's right here. It's linked all over the place. If we close this out, I mean, this will take us there. That'll take us there. There should be no reason that you can't find this book. This will be the only thing we're using for the semester. I've taken... I'm jumping the gun a little bit, but anyway, back to where we were. Textbook. It's free. I'll provide additional readings. We'll at least look at Washington's Farewell. Course policies, assignment submissions. This is regular Canvas submissions. My preference is for Microsoft Word submissions. It's not a hard and fast rule, but I've just had problems. I'm not sure if it's the computer I'm using, something on the student's end, or what. I've had problems opening PDFs, so just keep that in mind. Academic citation etiquette is a big thing, and I'm not going to read it word for word. If it isn't your idea, if someone else said it, you should quote it. If someone else made the argument, quote it. Give credit where credit is due. Okay? Don't, say, ours is an exploding media system. What started as print journalism was subsequently supplemented by radio coverage, then network television, followed by cable television. Okay, those are not my words. I would cite it. American Government 3E by Glenn Krutz from Oklahoma State University. It's just the proper thing to do. It's the academically correct thing to do. Cite your sources, give credit where credit is due, and I do check because when you turn in a submission via Canvas, there is a plagiarism detector and also an AI detector. So I'll know if you're not being academically honest. The bibliography. You're also required to provide a list of sources that you've utilized for the assignment. We'll use MLA9 format. That format is being used simply because it is the path of least resistance. I've tried APA, I've tried Chicago, all sorts of things, and I get the least amount of pushback on MLA. So we're going to stick with that. Use the template in the following link. You don't have to. I know there are 1,000,001 different citation generators. This is just the one that I used when I was an undergraduate. So, inline citations are also expected at any writing assignments that you turn in where you have used outside sources. What am I defining as an outside source? That is a perfectly reasonable question. Anything that is not the book is an outside source. Again, anything that you use that is not the book is an outside source. The general guideline, though, if you have any doubts about whether something needs to be cited, please just create a citation for it. Don't take chances with your grade. I've never taken off points for oversighting something. I'll just take out the proverbial red pen. Hey, you didn't need to cite that, and then you learn for next time. Wikipedia is not an academic resource. Do not cite Wikipedia in any work that you do this semester. It will negatively impact your grade. How much, you ask me? My reply, do you really want to find out? Just don't do it. I have a big problem with Wikipedia, as you can see, because of the large, exaggeratedly large font, the underline, the highlights. I don't like it because anybody can get on there and make changes to any article. Okay? I don't like that. I know some colleagues disagree. Most all of you will disagree, but that's a hard and fast rule. No Wikipedia. Academic misconduct and plagiarism. If you look at page 24 of the Student Rights and Responsibilities Handbook, it says this: based on the severity of the offense, the instructor may recommend failure for an assignment or failure for the course. Multiple instances of academic misconduct could include sanctions up to dismissal from the college. And I've had to do that. The first bit, not yet the second, but I don't care if you have plagiarized, if you have used AI, and I find out, and I will find out. I don't care if the writing assignment or whatever it is worth 1 point or 1,000,000. You're not getting credit for it. You're not getting the chance to redo it. That's it. Okay. Second time I catch you plagiarizing, I just fail you for the course. There's no exceptions to that. You're just out if you do it twice. Special needs, extra help. We offer many forms of support and assistance, including help with writing and study skills. And if you're confused or not sure of yourself on the inline citations or bibliographies and how to format those, the writing lab is excellent, and special testing arrangements are possible. in cases of documented physical or learning disabilities. The special testing arrangements do not apply here. It got to be too much of a hassle, so what I do is assume everybody needs special testing accommodations, and I'm supposed to give them an hour and 15 minutes, like it's an actual class that meets on campus. I'll give an hour, 15 minutes, and it's usually time and a half, so I'll add on, and you all get that extra time. So there's no need to really worry about the test. You all get more time than you need, really. Here's the web address. I mean, really, it's worth checking out this website. They have help for everything and anything you can think of. And man, I wish I had this when I was in school, because I don't know, this has got me thinking about re-enrolling as a student and getting an associate's in something, just so I have access to all this stuff. It's good. Late submissions, as a rule, I do not accept late work. However, the standard exceptions apply. Serious illness, death, hospitalization, death of a family member, hospitalization, whatever, it may be. I'm not a jerk about it, and just no late work ever. If there's a reason, email me. We can work it out. As I said at the beginning, I will do whatever is in my power that's reasonable to do to help you succeed. All right. So, just come talk to me in my office, over email, whatever. Just say, Mr. Parker, this happened. Here's the proof that it did happen, and I don't think I've ever said no if somebody has approached me in that way. All right, with evidence that whatever they did happen, they said happened. So we have the standard 10-point grading scale. We'll have various methods of learning, and we'll get to it in a minute. But, some weeks I'll have you reading. Other weeks will be videos like this. Some we're working out of the book. Others, units I've created. So I've tried to do a little bit of something for everybody and keep the course varied and interesting. I know I'm not going to please all of you, but I made an attempt. So what you really care about? Grades. Half of it is classwork. It's a very broad category, assignments. So discussion posts, quizzes, web quests, reflection exercises, whatever. Anything that is not a test. All right. Half your grade is tests. Test 1, 15%. Test 2, 15%. Then the final is 20%. All right. Very straightforward. All right. Half assignments, half tests. Assignments, again, are defined as anything that isn't a test. Evaluation of student achievement. You can read that on your own. News resources. I've had these for a while. I tried to keep it as centered as I could. I mean, this organization has gone a little farther right. This, I guess, is state-sponsored media now or some other nonsense. I found, and this has been true really since I've started listening to the news and reading the news, that foreign outlets often report on our stuff in a lot fairer, down the center way than our media outlets, American media outlets, will. Don't take a test and then forget about the material, because it's going to appear on test 2 and then the final, especially federalism, specifically federalism. So just keep your notes, study. If we get through test 1, please, the worst thing in the world you can do is just chuck everything you did from that part of the semester. It's not my responsibility to figuratively chase you down and make sure you're keeping up with your work. I've got too much going on in my own life to do that. If you miss some time during class, ask me, ask a classmate if you missed what you missed. You know, if you have to miss for a week or two and you missed some deadlines and I don't hear from you and nobody knows where you went and you don't talk to me, then yeah, you're going to start getting zeros. So attendance policy here. You are expected to attend class each week. Attendance is defined as completing homework assignments as well as logging on to Canvas. Attendance is kept for reporting purposes, for when the college asks me to mark who the never attenders and non-attenders are. And this is so we're in compliance with the state of Illinois. When it comes time for me to determine attendance, I will look at your activity on Canvas to see when the last time you logged in was and the last assignment you completed. You cannot skip or stop logging onto Canvas and not turn in homework and expect to stay in and succeed in this course. The college handbook, I don't know how much this applies to an online section, but I've kept it in anyway. The college handbook states that 5% of classes missed during a semester constitute an excessive number of absences for a class and may merit being dropped. And that's 1 week. That's the guideline I'll use. I mean, around that. Anyway, just log into class. Do your work. You know, the takeaway, keep an open line of communication with me. I'm big on communication. I need to hear from you. You'll hear from me more than you want to. You'll be sick of me come Christmas time. You'll learn something from this class. You may even enjoy yourself. And here's what we're going to cover. Here's the projected course schedule. Go with an introduction, Magna Carta. This is an instance of a unit I created. All right, so this one will consist of slides, a couple activities, a series of short video lectures from me. You know, in contrast, this is a chapter in your book that you're going to read and have a quiz on. So there's a variety of things that I try. So your first test, and this is something new I'm trying also. I'm giving you more time to take your test. You have a full week to take test 1. You have a full week to take test 2. The final, I can't give that to you just because grades are due within that time frame. All right. So here are all the days off. I'll put stuff up, you know, like Monday, September 2nd, Labor Day. Yeah, take the day off, rest, relax. But there are students who've, you know, said something because they like to work ahead. So I'll have something up and ready to go, you know, if you want to work ahead. But I do take, you know, things like Labor Day or Election Day into account when planning. So that is it as far as the syllabus goes, except to say that I reserve the right to add or subtract from any part of the syllabus as the semester progresses. I'll make every attempt to notify students of changes through Canvas and or through email. It'll be both. I've never added something. I've only taken away. So strike that. I've made a modification, which didn't constitute an addition. So I've modified and taken away. I've never added. So the rest of this, I inherited this specific class that's set up in this specific way from a colleague. This is just some other material that I felt was useful. All right. So course text and materials, I mean, this links right to the book. Right to the book. It's linked in every module as well. Okay, that didn't do what I wanted it to do. I'll show you what I mean. So I run this class, it's bi-weekly, so weeks 1 and 2, August 19th through September 1st. So everything is due by 11:59 p.m. on September 1st, right? So people just seem to like this more if it's a bi-weekly thing. So you'll have these first 2 weeks. Everything you need to know will be in this Module 1 overview. Everything you need to know will also be in the announcements. I will make these videos that I'm doing now and put them up at the start of the modules as well. Sometimes there are things that would benefit from additional explanation. Maybe there's a particularly complicated assignment that you should understand. So if you see these videos from me, don't ignore them, or ignore them at your peril. Anyway, I just include everything. So we're covering the Introduction, Magna Carta, and Chapter 1 in the first 2 weeks. So you'll see this. Every section is linked. Don't get freaked out by it. Again, do not get freaked out. All right, this is just for ease of access. All right, I have a paper copy of this book. There's no chapter where I think roughly 12 to 14 pages of reading is the norm for a chapter in the book. All right. So everything's linked here, and as you see, it's an introduction, 1.1, 1.2, 1.3. Okay, then you have key terms, summary, review questions, critical thinking questions, suggestions for further study. So this on down isn't really anything you need to be concerned about for the purposes of Chapter 1 assignments. The quiz on Chapter 1 you're going to take. So that's really it.